quick update on Tesla. Tesla stock went up $780 per share. And this is the Tesla store in Dubai. And right here we have the highest tower in the world.
Wolf of Dubai.
Now, as we speak, the Tesla stock just rolled over $700 of stock value per share. Now, this sounds maybe unbelievable because in the last couple of weeks they jumped more than 200%. And the question is, can I still invest in this company? What is happening and how I should act? And this is all about it that we will talk in this vlog. So what happened towards the end of last week was that Tesla released their Q4 earnings, and this was absolutely a surprise, a positive surprise for all shareholders and also for all short sellers, definitely, because they lost a lot of money. And we could see that Tesla, you know, they was somewhere around 560 here, and then when the numbers came out, the stock jumped about 10% because the numbers was really great. Just to summarize it, record cash pile on the balance sheet, also great revenue, and also a very interesting profit. Also, they are way ahead of the Model Y deliveries that already started or will start in a couple of days, and also the first Model Ys were produced, obviously, and also they are way ahead of the China factory that already producing and delivering vehicles. So all of this, and also some other statements around Elon Musk that said, you know, we are really good established for the future, and this is really interesting what will come next. Now, since the stock went up 10% here at around 635, 640, this was a new all-time high. But what happened then on Monday was another percentage of around 15%, 16% up, and this is unbelievable because this is another all-time high. And you know, people were asking me when the stock went up to 400, hey, can we still invest? To 500, to 550, to 600, to 650. Now it's at 700 or past $750, and we are still asking ourselves, is it the really good timing to invest, or should I wait? Now, while I made a whole video about what you should do as an investor, I want to stress one very big thesis about Tesla. Now, we should see Tesla as a really revolution. Now, while Tesla is up, on the same time, if we are looking into the GM stock of the last 3 months, then the GM stock lost about 12% from November till February. If we're looking into the stock of Daimler, in the last 3 months, we lost 22% almost, and even over 6% over 6 months from October till February, more than 22%. If we're looking into another big car company like BMW, also the last 3 months was painful with minus 15%. So what I'm trying to say here, I believe that Tesla is making the revolution, and finally the market adjusts, because the forward PE ratio on Tesla is currently around 80, and if we are looking back into history, then we know that PE ratios with growth companies, with really successful companies like, for example, Amazon, can stay way over that level. So what I want to say is maybe Tesla can double and hold this level for several years. This is what Amazon have done. So Amazon was on a PE ratio of 160, 180 or 200 for a very long time, and everybody was said, you know, how the stock can go from 800, you know, to 1000, then it went from 1000 to 1500 and 1000 to 1800, and the $1 trillion market cap is also multiplied, crossed over for Amazon, the biggest e-commerce giant, and then growth into other businesses. But however, if you're having a candidate like Tesla that revolutionizing a couple of industries, for once, the transportation, right? So the transportation will be mainly driven by electrification and autopilot, so autonomous vehicles, and on those both they are really leading. So if this will be the future, which it will be definitely for 99.9%, then you have a really market leader in 10 years in one of the biggest industries in the world, and this can be worth at least only this $1 trillion. Now, if we are looking into the other businesses, we are looking mainly into the energy storage, which will be needed, guys. If we having so much electronics out there and electronic vehicles and battery packed vehicles, then we need a lot of power. Now, the grid usually works when the power is generated and goes into the grid and will be consumed. So it's something like if you would need to have your car drive and it needs the fuel to use the car, it would be constantly on a gasoline pipe to the source of the gasoline. Now, this sounds ridiculous, but this is actually the current status of our power grid, and therefore batteries are so important. You know, once the energy is being generated by wind, solar, and other options, but let's stay green here, then it can be either totally consumed, or we are smart and thinking about the future, the logical future about, and we store the energy and use them for peaks, for the times where we actually need it, or we can ship the energy, we can store them, we can actually share them, we can pump them back into the system, like for example Tesla battery is doing. If you have, for example, a solar roof, it stores the battery, even gives battery back to the system and sells. So actually it makes money. Same with the cars. If the robo-taxi concept will be future in a couple of months, then the car will make money for you. So who wouldn't choose this option when the car is actually not an asset that depreciate, but actually appreciate and makes you money like rental property. Now on the other side, and this is the third thing, is the solar business. Now solar is definitely the future of generating energy, not only on the macro level, so governments will install big plans of solar, but the consumer, the micro level, the consumer want to have a green roof. Even forward-looking states in the US, like for example California, implemented a law, by law, every new building needs to have a solar roof. So they are already making the first step, like so many other things in California. And therefore, I believe that solar can be a huge business for Tesla as well. So if we're saying the transportation is $1 trillion, even more worth business, we are talking about the energy storage business. That is definitely $1 trillion business. And then the solar business, then we are talking maybe about $3 trillion companies in just a couple of years, and this is what makes Tesla so special. Therefore, the answer, since the summer of 2019, since I started this channel, I'm saying this company will be big. It just started. Congratulations if you joined the ride since the summer, because I'm very happy if you subscribe. If you're not subscribed, maybe you should really consider to do so, and leave a like to reach more investors and to push this channel to reach more people out there. And people are always asking me, hey, is this a Tesla channel? No, this is not the Tesla channel. It's an investing investing channel. If there would be another opportunity out there that I would push and I see so much potential like Tesla, I would make videos about this as well. So it's not about Tesla, it's about the opportunity, because this kind of opportunities don't come around every single day. They come around every couple of days. We have seen this things with Apple, you know, when the Apple had the iPhone moment, when Motorola maybe had the mobile phone moment, when we had the TV moment. So, you know, this kind of things are take time also to get accepted by the community, by the people, by the consumer, and therefore I believe this is just the beginning. And if you're asking, is it still okay, though we had such a run for Tesla, to buy Tesla, I believe that you can still buy and hold for many years and be happy in a couple of years when the stocks multiply further. Now, some people are saying that, you know, this is a big bubble that actually is going there, and it's same like the tulip crisis or the Bitcoin and the burst and everything. Now, think about it, that Tesla was for so long underappreciated. Now we have seen that there was so much short sellers, and also the short sellers need to make a decision now. I mean it was critical with $500 per share. $600 was very, I think there was some sleepless nights for the short sellers out there, but with $700 and above per share, I think the short sellers are really sweating, or already changed their position and have to buy back the Tesla stocks to be able to cover their losses, and to every proper money manager or hedge fund manager will make this step at one point, because he cannot tell the people to, you know, lose so much money. And therefore I believe the short squeeze element that push the stock even more and more and more, and as higher it goes, the more it will get pushed. So I believe this is the other reason that also the stock getting pushed so much up. Still a good reason to buy more stock, because in the end, as more people want to buy the stock, as more people will jump on this ship, and as our settled investors, we can enjoy the ride. Now, another thing that I think Tesla is making very strong. Tesla is one of the most discussed brands, and Elon Musk make a huge, great marketing for this company, for not paid marketing, but actually product marketing, because the products are so great. The Tesla is making so ridiculous statements and make them true, and this obviously goes into the news. I just saw Wall Street Journal just posted a video of what's happening with the Tesla stock. So it's very news catchy and Tesla, and this will put Tesla on more radars of investors, which again is another argument that the Tesla stock will go up. And therefore I believe that currently we're seeing also a relief by the market. On Monday they tried to come back a little bit from the coronavirus, and you know, for example, we saw a Tesla stock going up 30% in 2 days after the last earnings, and there were no worse than the ones that was just released. So if we are saying, hey, we had 10% on the first day after the earnings, then the 15% the second day after the earnings, then we still have some room to grow. And a second quarter so good, so great after the third quarter, Q4 in 2019, is just something beautiful, and that's why let's enjoy the ride.